So right now, for a while now, we have been in a very low inventory market, which just means that there's not a lot of houses for sale or that when they come for sale, they go quickly. So when you're looking for a home to buy, where do you go to look to find all the homes that might be out there available? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hi, my name's Deanna Bradford. I'm a realtor with Reese Nichols Realtors, Excelsior Springs, part of the Bill Hightower team. One way to look for listings is through real estate websites. There's a lot of sites available out there where you can search for homes, and you probably can think of a few even now. Some of them would be like Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, Redfin, and even Craigslist, which is an older one, but still you can look on there. Typically, sites like these have a large database of homes for sale. So when you search, it can pull up a lot of properties in an area that you're looking in. They can be easy to use. You can pull by an address, you can pull by a map, you can search in various ways on many of these apps. Besides the location, you can also search by price and maybe even some of the criteria of the home that you are wanting to look for. Also, a lot of these sites will allow you to save your searches so you can go back and not have to re-enter the same information each time and look and see if anything new has been added. They don't cost anything to use. And again, they can be easy to use. So that can be a good reason why people go to those first and foremost. Some of the cons for using those types of sites when looking for homes, one is that not all the homes on those sites are actually listed. Sometimes you can find for sale by owners on some of those sites, and those are legitimate sales. You'll also find most all of anything that's listed for sale on those sites. If it's listed, it's probably on there. But in addition to that, there can often be a lot of other additional properties listed that aren't necessarily for sale. Homes that are maybe considered pre-foreclosure, which simply means that site has likely gotten information from local sources that show that somebody is behind on payments, which puts them in a category called pre-foreclosure. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to foreclose. There are other kinds of homes on there listed as well that may not be accurate as well. So you have to be careful when you're looking on these sites to make sure that the homes that you're looking at are actually available and for sale. Another thing to be aware of when you are on these sites is when you are requesting more information. A lot of people think that when they request more information, they're often getting the listing agent. And sometimes you might, but oftentimes there are agents that are paying that site money to buy leads from that website. And so when you enter that information, it could go to a number of realtors that know nothing about the property any more than what's listed on MLS or on that website. And so you're not going to get the listing information directly from the listing agent necessarily. So that's something to consider when you are on there and when you are wanting more information. It might be better to go to one local realtor in that neighborhood that you trust, that you can use as your resource to get information on any listings in that neighborhood, and they should be able to access that information easily, either from whatever data they can pull from their own resources, or to get that directly from the listing agent, because they will be able to find who that agent actually is and reach out to the right person and get the right information the first time. Another thing to consider is the information on those sites isn't always accurate either. And so there's just a lot of precautions when using those sites. It can be great tools to use. I have a lot of buyers that use them. They'll send me the properties, they'll screenshot the page that they see the property on, or they'll share it to me, text it to me. And it's a great way of us communicating. They can send me, what about this property? I can answer their questions. So it's not a bad tool, but just know that there are some things to be aware of when using them. Another way you can go about looking for listings is on places like social media, especially Facebook. Facebook, you can often look in local community groups or swap shops or marketplaces and find listings for sale in areas that you're looking for. A lot of realtors will post their listings there, as well as a lot of homeowners will post their homes there when they go to sell. It's another way of also finding rentals. So it might be a good option if you're looking for both to go there to look for some of those kinds of properties. Some of the benefits of that, you do have a direct link to the homeowner or to the listing agent to be able to communicate and ask questions. Some of the negatives of using that source is there's very limited information. It's only what they put on there that you're going to have available to you. There's not a good way to search for homes that way. You're just kind of looking and seeing if anything pops up that suits you. So it's not a good way of actively going and searching, but it is a way of keeping more properties in front of you. And if something catches your eye, it could be added to a list of homes that maybe you hadn't seen elsewhere. So again, social media is another source that you could use when looking for homes for sale. Finally, the last way I'll talk about is going through a trusted realtor. Now, the reason why this is a good choice to use a realtor is because they're going to be able to go straight to the MLS. They're going to be able to put a search in that defines the criteria of what you're looking for, the location, the price, and the type of home that you're looking for. And they're going to be able to set you up on a search. They can either monitor the search themselves and send you stuff as they see stuff that they think you'll like, or they can set it up to where you receive that information on a regular basis, daily if wanted, as long as there's new information to send daily. But it will come to you directly from MLS. MLS stands for Multiple Listing Service. That is the place that all realtors list their homes for sale. That's also the place where other agents go to find homes for sale for their clients. So that is the tool that we use, and it is the most accurate and most up-to-date information when you're talking about homes listed for sale with a realtor. Now, that doesn't always mean you're going to get the off-market properties, but that is a great way of being in touch with all things listed on the market. And then outside of that, using these other tools that we've already talked about, incorporating those along with it can be a great way to bookend it and make sure that you're seeing everything that you possibly could. My recommendation would be, as you work alongside a realtor, you can still use these other sources that we've talked about, but then as you see things, relay that back to your agent. Don't just reach out to a random agent on a real estate site or a random owner on a swap shop or a community page on Facebook. But again, screenshot it, get the address, take that back to your agent and have them look for that information. They're going to, again, be able to find the most accurate information. They're going to know who to reach out to get more information if it's not all available. And they're the ones that are going to be able to get you in the door to show you that property. They're going to be able to walk you through all those steps, and you're going to be protected because you are represented by somebody that's going to be able to advise you and help you through that process. So I hope that that is helpful. One thing I will say too is I know that a lot of times people like to look before they're ready to buy. I have a plethora of buyers that are not necessarily buyers right now. They're just looking. They're just interested in seeing what's out there with the hopes to buy down the road. Don't be afraid to go to your trusted local realtor as a resource in doing that, even if you're not looking to buy right now. I don't think there'd be any agent that would be unwilling to set up a search for you, to keep you informed, to answer questions about properties, even if you're just looking right now. All of that is a research and educating yourself process that you're going through, leading you up to the point till you are ready to buy. And we want to be your resource, whether you're just barely thinking about starting or whether you're ready to hit the road and start looking at houses, wherever you are in that process. So it's easy to get on a real estate site and feel like I don't have to bother somebody. I'll just go here and get the information. And that might be good enough for a while. But when you do start getting serious and want to know more information about the properties, make sure, again, to go to a trusted source like your local real estate agent, somebody that you know, like, and trust, somebody that you know has your best interest in mind and will be able to help you get the information that you need. Did you find this helpful? I hope so. If so, like this video, hit the thumbs up button for me. And then if you haven't already, I hope that you would subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you'll be notified when I put new videos out each week. I hope that this, again, has been helpful. And I just look forward to putting out more information for you guys so that you could be more informed and be more confident about the home buying and selling process. Thanks again for watching and have a blessed day.